Do you know what documents you need to include into your proposal package? Today in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 12 documents that you want to make sure you include in your proposal as it relates to the solicitation. Hey, I'm Felicia at FeliciaStreeter.com, where I help small business owners and contractors win contracts with the federal government. I'm helping you guys tap into the $1 trillion government marketplace. Get your first bid done fast. And for those of you that are more advanced, getting your business to a consistent 6-figure or 7-figure revenue stream. Let's dive into the bid documents. You want to make sure you include in your proposal package. Okay, now here's the thing. Every time you have a solicitation, it's probably going to be a little bit different, but some of the documents will stand and stay the same no matter what type of opportunity it is. What I want to give you guys here today is a list of documents that you want to make sure you have handy. Number one, in case they are needed in the proposal. A lot of them will be universal and you'll put them in every proposal, but some of the documents you may not, and we'll kind of address those as I go through them. So are you ready? All right, so this is a note-taking type thing here today. You want to make sure you get these documents that you should have in your proposal. One, create yourself a checklist. And then two, every time you're going through a solicitation, you can make sure you have the pertinent documents that you need for that particular solicitation. All right, so are you ready? Let's dive into it. The first document is your scope of work. Now, these documents are not in any particular order. They will go with the flow of the solicitation, and maybe the solicitation, they may state that you put documents in a particular order. So you'll follow that. The list that I'm giving you here is not like the exact order in which they will fall when you submit your proposal. Okay, so I just want to be clear on that. These are just some of the documents you want to make sure you have handy so they're ready when you need them. So the first one is your scope of work. The second document is a safety plan. So this is a document that may not always be needed. Now, depending on the type of work you provide, you'll know if a safety plan is required. So if you're doing work that maybe there's a lot of risk, like construction, it could be IT, electrical, just depending on what you're doing, that you may need a safety plan in general for your business, which in turn you would probably have a safety plan in your proposal. Okay, so safety plan, number two. Number three is your insurance certificates. Most proposals, most projects, you're going to have your general liability insurance. Make sure you have your insurance certificates handy. The next one is your bond letter. So now, I'm not saying like the actual bond certificate, but when you're bondable, you'll have a letter from the bonding company saying that you are bondable. So if that's the case, you want to always have that letter handy as well. Now, sometimes in a project, they may ask for a bid bond, right, that you're going to submit with your proposal. And then if that's the case, you'll go get that particular certificate to show that, you have a bid bond for this particular project. Other than that, you'll just have your your bond letter. Again, this will depend on the project. Every project may not require that you have a bond. Number five, a resume. All of the key personnel, you want to make sure you have their resumes. And then you also want to make sure their resume is highlighting the type of work that you're going to be doing on this particular project. So make sure you have resumes handy. And I say create those before you need them. You may also have to write a technical part to your scope of work, to your proposal. So you may have to address the technical knowledge of what you're doing, like design build projects. You're going to have some technical in there. If you're doing, some type of IT work, sometimes you may need to write to a technical scope as well. So just depending, you'll know that again based on what you provide. You'll know what's needed, right, based on your industry and what you do. Any type of licenses that is required or that you hold as a company, your employees hold or you hold, that is needed for the project. Like electricians, a lot of times will need to have an electrical license in the particular state, so you would include that. Security, sometimes you may need security clearances, which means those are attached to individuals, so you would put in the security clearances for those individuals. Number 9, schedules. So most of the time, especially with a service, you're going to have a schedule from starting to completion, right? There's a schedule that you're going to follow to complete the project. Even with products, you may have schedule of delivery, like how it's going to be delivered, the timeline from production to it's in the warehouse to it's at your customer's location. So schedules is another thing you want to be mindful of and kind of know what that looks like based on, the product or service that you offer. And so you should be able to have a template, if you will, and then you'll just tweak it and make it specific to that opportunity when the time comes. All right, 10, pricing. Okay, you have to put in your pricing sheets. Sometimes they'll give you a form that you'll fill in your pricing, or it may be a line item within the solicitation, that you're going to put your pricing on a particular sheet. You'll do that. Maybe they ask for a cost breakout. So you could use a spreadsheet, insert that, but you're going to definitely have your pricing, right? We know we have to put our pricing in there. So you want to make sure you have that as well. A lot of times they may also ask for your W-9 forms. So you'll go ahead and have that handy. I usually just take one, fill it out, change it, every 6 months or so. Like put a fresh signature because you have to date it as well. So I'll do something like that. But a W-9 form, easy to fill out. Definitely you can, go to the irs.gov, pull that document. Number 12, qualification form. So you may need a qualification form as well. If that's the case, a lot of times it'll be included in the solicitation as well, and you'll just fill out that qualification form and submit it. Number 13, past performance. Yes, we know we have to put in the past performance, past experience, and we want to make sure we include the ones that's relevant to the opportunity that we're currently bidding. So of course you can have a list of all of your past performance, like from all of the years, but you'll pull the ones that's pertinent, that's relevant to the current opportunity that you're bidding. Now, this is not the end all be all list of everything that you're going to have as it relates to your bid documents or what you would put into your proposal. What this list is for you to just kind of give you an idea, help you be aware of the documents that may be requested and that you may include in your proposal. My thing is I like to be proactive. I'm all about being proactive. And so that's why it's important to start creating these documents before you need them, because we all know from the time a solicitation come out to the time it is actually due, it's not a lot of time. Most of you guys, you're solopreneurs, nothing wrong with that. You may have some help, but you're the one that is responsible for putting these proposals together. And so if you're already working on projects, or maybe, you're still in a job right now and you're trying to do all of this on your own, the best place and space to be is to be proactive. And putting these documents together that I just shared with you guys here today will show the relevance. It will show that, yes, this is something that you really should, get on top of as soon as possible and have these documents ready. So you can create digital copies on your computer, save them all in one folder. And then as you need them, you can pull them and tweak them as needed. We always tweak the documents as needed to make it relevant to the actual opportunity that we're bidding. But if you do it like this, you'll save yourself a lot of time, a lot of headache, because we all know the time frame from the solicitation coming out to the solicitation deadline date, meaning you have to submit your proposal, is not a lot of time. So we need to be as proactive as possible, especially in the beginning when you're first starting to do this and you're having to create everything. I say be proactive, start creating these documents now so that as you start to bid, you're ready. All right, so I hope you guys find this video helpful, and let me know down in the comments, do you have your bid documents already created? Yes or no, no or yes. Do you already have your bid documents created? And if this is your first time here, go ahead, make sure you subscribe to the channel. turn on the notification bell, and like this video. Okay, now let's recap what documents you need. I'm going to read them off the list. So here we go. Scope of work, safety plan, insurance certificate, bond letter, resumes, technical knowledge, licensing, schedules, pricing, W-9 form, qualification form, and past performance. These are the proposal documents that you want to make sure you have handy so that you're submitting a responsive proposal. These are some key documents you want to make sure you have, okay? So definitely take action on this. I'm like really encouraging you guys to take action on this and start creating these documents now before you need them. If you think about it, in a 2-week time, if you're trying to source vendors, you need to get pricing. Maybe you need to get some subcontractors on board and create all of these documents and still do your day-to-day and still have a life. That's a lot. So that's why I wanted to share this with you guys as some documents you want to start creating so that you have them when you need them. Okay? All right. So it's been awesome hanging with you guys. Remember, you're just one contract away. One contract away. What is going to get you to the finish line and actually submit that first contract? Starting with these documents, okay? If you need help and support executing on your government contracting goals so that you can start getting some results, getting your first bid done fast, getting some cash flowing into your business and a consistent stream of projects, right? Then come join us inside the Contractors Edge Bootcamp. It's over at firstbiddonefast.com, firstbiddonefast.com. When you join, you'll put in your information, create your password, and then you'll have access to the on-demand fast track training modules that will get you to getting your first bid done fast. In addition to that, you're going to come to the live training sessions where we're going to, cover more topics on government contracting, getting the support, the accountability from me to help you and aid you in getting to the finish line, right? Getting your first bid done fast. So check it out, Contractors Edge Bootcamp over at firstbiddonefast.com. Also, remember, the investment into the Contractors Edge Bootcamp is going to go up next week, January 1, 2021. I promise you it's going up. You can get in today for $997, or you can do the 3-pay option. January 1, 2021, the investment is going up. Totally worth the full investment. I have students winning contracts at almost $50,000, some $88,000, some 6 figures and beyond. Everybody's on their own journey. They're on their own paper, and they're just making it happen. So come join us. firstbiddonefast.com. All right? I'll see you back here real soon. Bye for now.